Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. Last time we were informed by Volo that we were running out of time as Commander Kamado had started leading a group up to the top of Mount Coronet to head into the space-time rift and fight whatever Pokemon pops out. Meanwhile, while we returned to Jubilife Village, we reconciled some differences with some of the townsfolk and stocked up on a shit ton of revives, like 7 whole max revives, enough to revive the whole party, and got some max potions as well, and we have full restores, as well as some hyper potions. This time, we're heading into Mount Coronet for a series of tough battles, which, while we're not quite to the, end game battle, I stocked up in advance. So without further ado, let's head in. Scary cave with the anti-aliasing on my character. It's Beni. Oh, still alive and kicking. Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be at or now serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that taskmaster Kamado's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as time we got rid of you once and for all. Are you serious? I'll make myself plain. As Kamado's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds. Kamado can't or won't do himself. I give my word I'd get rid of any fools might dream of getting in the way of his plans. And besides, it's not just Kamado who longs to live in a new home free of fear or strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. When I heard you managed to quell those nobles, one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last, at last. One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. Galaxy Team's Beni challenged you to a battle. Beni bears a striking resemblance to Wally, one of the rivals of Generation 3. Getting up close to Beni and ignoring the battle, we can see he's got quite the stance. Additionally, I also feel like he bears quite a resemblance to Oboromaru from Live Alive, but I think that's coincidental. Anyway, we'll start with using Shelter. Of course, Hypnosis hits when I'm obscured. What is that shit? Use Dragon Pulse. Or use the Max Potion because of that? Wow. That with a normal Dragon Pulse, I guess. But yeah, Beni's been kind of a sleeper agent this whole time. I think this is also very interesting character development for Beni, because we haven't had a chance to see his hair this whole time, so... Ooh, that hurt. I don't even know if it's worth it to try to shelter again. I suppose I could potentially dodge the attack. Okay, we did dodge the attack. Should have used Strong Style for a kill confirm, but oh well, we risk it. Sneasler. Iron Tail missed. Ah, bro baited me. I was like, oh, we live these, never mind. And Gardevoir, one of the connections that he has to Wally. Ooh, fairy move. That's rough. Alright, Zeldin, you can take care of this. Oh, we just get 2 cross poisons. Gardevoir is a fairy and psychic type, that's why it's weak to this. And Gallade. Both of Wally's aces. This does lead to a little bit of a talk, which is Wally has 2 main variants. His ace Pokemon has actually changed between the 2. Wally in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald used a Gardevoir as his ace. However, in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and all of the games in which he appears in that reincarnation of himself, he utilizes a Gallade with a Mega Stone instead. But we managed to survive it. Seems my ninja techniques will soon be co-signed to history. I was like, why didn't Goodra level up? Very good, young one. Very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target they know they cannot beat. To be honest, I don't hate you. Might actually like you after a fashion. At least for the skill you showed in battle. Listen well, Akari. Pokemon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by maddened Pokemon running amok. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui to try to build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokemon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Do that and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle. That sounds like a threat. You also get re-healed after that fight, so... Anyways, here again is several glyphs here of the Pokemon that are special to Hisui, of course. We have Azelf, Regigigas. I believe that's Manaphy. I think that's Arcanine. Might be wrong about that. Appears to be Arceus itself. Avalugg. Dialga. Some weird thing I can't make out fully. Oh, that looks like it. That might be weirder, actually. Basculegion. I think that's Darkrai. A second Dialga. And Ligant. Anyways, we're in a hurry. Give me this metal, though. Yeah, for whatever reason, metal spawns in here. Really takes away from the thing. Here we are at that temple that I showed on the title screen a few episodes ago. It's really happening. And all my friends are here. You get one last chance to buy anything you may need for this next fight. You'd better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. That Pokemon's threatening to descend on the peak any moment now. I think it may be the almighty Sinnoh, but all this has to be stopped, and you're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to nearly be here, but still the commander obstructs us. Going forward, I'm going to say there is a story difference now, depending on whether you picked Irida or Adaman. It does not prevent you from getting any particular Pokemon. It just determines the order in which you fight which ones, and which certain story beats play out. Since I picked Irida of the Pearl clan, that should give you an inkling as to which Pokemon will appear in what order. I'll talk more about that after the fact. You. Also, yes, he has Cybold's armor for some reason. They talk about it a little bit in ZA, that he has armor very similar to Cybold's armor. I think his name is Cybold. Actually, no, Cybold might be the, water guy. Cybold is the water guy, my bad. Wickstrom's armor. He has armor very similar to Wickstrom. Some people theorize that this might have meant that he was somehow related to Wickstrom. However, Legend ZA kind of hints more towards the armor potentially being a gift. You again. I've heard that this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold the world together, keeping it as it's meant to be, a welcome idea. But can I truly put my faith in such tales? Of course. Commander, please be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I have the same duty toward my own clan. Doubting Akari like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Perhaps you are right. But if I were to simply place my faith in this girl, and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people? You may think you're the only one desperate to protect the people of Jubilife, but you're not. Akari is putting her life on the line as well. Fine, enough. Let fate decide what happens next. Which of us is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon, Akari. Today we battle in earnest. The Galaxy Team's Kamado challenged you to battle. Kamado sent out Braviary. And I'm with a strong style Dark Pulse. So Commander Kamado is one of our last few challenges, really. Could go in for the steel. But I think it's better to go in for the poison. Doom, doom, doom. Commander Kamado is pretty tough. He's probably one of the toughest trainers we've faced to this point. And since I've been raising multiple Pokemon, it helps me keep on his level. Double cross poison. He procs the max potion. Keep hitting him with the cross poison. The Zen Headbutt, what is this? Bro, you can't sleeper Zen Headbutt me? What is this? But we go in for the kill with strong style. Doom, 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 doom. Ooh, Stealth Rock. Golem. Only one fitting choice to take this out. Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated. Level ups. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. Akari. The fates have decided. I concede and I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commander Kamado. I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer, but please use that strike of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No, for the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui. Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. Now we just go forward. I think at this point, we might be able to... Oh, no, they're not here. Oh, we got pushed back. That's why I was confused. Zisu, the commander's headed to the temple, but I fear the situation's already beyond our control. Why do you look so happy? Beyond that space-time rift, it seems there's a being that has no regard for our very existence out there. Can you feel that staggering power weighing you down? Doubt any human has a chance against that. We're so close to the space-time rift, we can't even look up at it. But alas, we trek forward. Weird Ear, Cleavor, Ursaluna, Lilligant, Basculegion, Arcanine, Electrode, Sneasler, Braviary, and Avalugg, they're all here. Depicted in the very marble of the temple. You can do this, Sakari. I believe in you. I wonder just what is happening on the other side of that space-time ring. The moment has come. Come on, now it's time. Use the red chain. What? Wait, what is this? There's a voice in my head, no in my heart, speaking to me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. Whoa, Irida, do you hear what you're saying? Catch you? Almighty Sinnoh, I think Almighty Sinnoh might be speaking to me. It's telling me, you hold the red chain, try to catch me then. For the fight to come. Take these. 10 Ultra Balls. Palkia. The god of space itself. Damn, that really did jack shit. Palkia. is a dragon water type. Representing the ebb and tide of space itself. It is quite the strong Pokemon. If you chose Adaman, like I mentioned earlier, if you chose Adaman right now, you would be fighting Dialga instead. We will fight Dialga in a different way, though. You have to catch this Pokemon to progress the plot. This is some complaint that some people have about modern Pokemon games, is you don't... It feels like to them you don't actually need to catch Pokemon, or try to catch Pokemon. But because you are forced to for the plot, it's kind of annoying to some people. Palkia is the box legendary from Pokemon Pearl version, whereas Dialga would be the Diamond version box legendary. I guess the best thing would be to try to use Hypnosis on him. There it is. Now, we just have one last thing to use. An Ultra Ball. I think you can just go ahead and throw an Ultra Ball, but this isn't a super hard fight even if you don't do that way. I want to say the catch rate is super high. She caught it, right? She caught Almighty Sinnoh. The red chain's been shattered, but we've still got the Pokemon, the lakes, to thank for getting us this far. Oh, well done, Akari, my girl. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled and fought your way to a simply stunning victory. You truly are the pride of the Survey Corps. It's all because she had me to show her the ropes when she first got here. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me. In my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. The power fails the frenzy one. It comes now to fight. That is why I am here. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain's smashed to bits. No way, not even a car. He could tackle another Pokemon as strong as that last one now. Dialga. The god of time. It's simply too strong. We have to fall back. All of you, we must vacate this. God, forget the fancy talk. Book it. Come on, we gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. But, Commander, we can't just leave it here. You dunce, you won't be any use to anybody if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get gone.